That, my friends, was called Hell Came Home, Blanket of Deceit. I'm Jay Stone. You're listening to my show live from Tarpon Spring. The ding, da, tippy, tippy. Crackhead Bob from Howard Stern Show is dead. But that was Hell Came Home, Blanket of Deceit. You're listening to the Jay Stone Show live from Tarpon Springs, Florida at rockmetaltalk.com. It's 82 degrees and raining. I'm just kidding. It's not that warm here. I fucking wish. But that was a great fucking interview. I love learning about these bands that I like, so that's why I like bringing you this shit. Because I turned the leaf of being so controversial. Now I'm just having guests. This is my Steven Seagal voice, I think. But, yeah, so it was getting hard to get guests when I was such a dick. Now I can get all of these bands. I'm booked all the way through April. So a lot of you guys have seen that I've been promoting the brand new Jay Stone Show shirt, so I'm going to throw a plug in here while I can remember. You can go to rockmetaltalk.com and click on it. Pre-orders are getting a free rockmetaltalk.com guitar pick and a t-shirt with free shipping for $13. 2XL is $14. Sorry, I had to charge an extra $1. But they're a limited edition run, so get them while you can. If I have to make more, I will, but I want to sell these out. The purpose of this is because the advertisers on the site aren't going as well as planned, so I decided to bring back a second t-shirt to sell, and sales have been going pretty good. But what this is going to do is every time you buy one, I'm going to take the profit. I'm going to put money aside to pay for the shirt, and then I'm going to take that little bit of profit that I make. Now, this is a high-quality shirt. You ain't getting a shirt like this anywhere for fucking $13, first of all. But it's a good quality shirt, but what I'm doing is I'm taking the profit from that and I'm putting it towards my website hosting, the broadcasting fees, and the buy new music from independent artists because I'm trying to support them. I'm not trying to take their music for free. I'm trying to give them something in return to support them for what they're doing by sending music into the show. So, and it helps keep the content free, and it helps you guys learn about new bands and shit like that. So the support is necessary, and it gives me an edge over everybody else, is where I have permission to play all of these songs. So I'm using them for promotional purposes only. Even if I play a major label band, I'm doing the right thing. I'm buying the music, and I'm getting these bands out there. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to accomplish overall. It's like, I watched the Shark Tank last night, and there was a lady who had a military-based business where all the military wives would make a component of each bag that she made. So it's kind of like that in an aspect where you guys are making the music, and I'm buying it from you, and I'm putting the show together to feature it and to try to build a business on my end where now I can make compilation CDs. I can sponsor bands. The first band I'm sponsoring right now is Martyrs Asylum, because I want to see those guys succeed, and I want to have their back, and I want to be able to do that for other bands. So even though I'm only making a tiny bit of money off of the t-shirt, it's going to help music. Eventually I'm going to donate portions of that music to give people guitar lessons and music lessons, kids that are less fortunate. So that's where it's going to evolve to, and that's why I wanted to explain why those t-shirts are so important to the show, why the sponsors are so important to the show, because I put a lot of work into the show every week, and I do this for free. I take one day of my life away, one of my only 2 days off to do this show. I prep all week. I answer emails. I do a bunch of shit. The last t-shirt, I had that for a while. I really didn't promote it. I sold a shit ton of them, but I was also in a band. But I also used that money for positive things. I didn't just use that money to put in my pocket and buy beer at a show. I used it to put back into the show so I can support bands and be able to evolve the show and maybe make a better media statement and get out there a little further. So, but anyway, $13 isn't a lot to ask for, and you're getting something in return. You're getting a high quality T-shirt. It's not vulgar. It's not anything. You can wear it to work. It's pink for the ladies, the lime for the dudes. So all of that shit. I think I do a pretty good thing here. So it's not really a lot to ask for. It's not like I'm a money hungry guy and I'm trying to make $1 million off of this website. I'm trying to honestly help independent music and radio by being able to do this. So, like I said, there's not a lot, especially when I give you free shipping and I got to do more work. It's more more exposure for the show in a way to get those bands heard and shit like that. But anyway, I watched a documentary on Guns N' Roses, and it's a fairly new one because at the end of it, I realized when it said, since this movie has been made, Guns N' Roses have agreed to reunite and play Coachella, which is true. Just some of the stuff was a little off. It was a little displaced at times, but like when they showed Guns N' Roses after Tracy Guns was out, opening with LA Guns, but they were still talking about pre-Guns. That was a little off in the beginning, but the one thing I found intriguing about the whole BBC documentary, which you can find it on YouTube because that's where I watched it. It was about an hour and a half long. It wasn't the greatest thing. I don't get the girl with the rabbit thing, but just tell a story in the band. But you'll see if you find it on there what exactly I'm talking about. But I found it intriguing because I really didn't know why Axl Rose, and I still don't even know if this is the truth because this is a documentary, but this is just on, what good friends of the band have said and all of that shit. When Slash died for 8 minutes, if you want to call into the show, Skype me at Rock Metal Talk, or you can email me, jay@rockmetaltalk.com. But don't forget to visit Machines on Blast. So Slash died. You like the way I do that, don't you? So when Slash died for 8 minutes and they were trying to revive him, which I don't think you could, I know what Axl's thinking, but it's really outlandish if this is the truth. But he thought that Slash's body, a soul left his body and was replaced with someone else, and he's totally convinced of it. But if the dude really died for 8 minutes and came back to life and can still play guitar like that, why would you think his soul has been replaced? That what comes out of him on the guitar, that is his soul. That's his soul coming out, which is crazy. So again, I don't know how true that is. I know Axl's out there. It was so weird seeing him go to court when like Steven Adler was suing him and shit, and his fucking turquoise tuxedos and his hot pink fucking not a tuxedo, a suit. But when I seen that, I say, man, I know the guys from a southern state. I don't want to insult anybody, but Jesus Christ, them fucking turquoise and pink suits were too much for me to handle. I was like, really, Axl? I know I seen the stuff before, but I'm older now and really didn't care what kind of suit he was wearing at court. It was probably comical back then, but you're being sued. I mean, and they had little elements of the courtroom in there, but everything he said was true. I mean, it was an interesting documentary, but again, when you don't know, anybody can make a documentary about anything. You get people to say you don't know what exactly that dude remembers from back in the day, but I just found it funny. And another thing I found funny this week was Anthrax was being sued for $1 million for using the partial design of a guy's ugly sweater. First of all, the sweater is ugly, so in fact, the guy did do his job. The fact that you couldn't even sell the sweater to make $1 million is one thing. So You didn't lose $1 million in sales, nor did Anthrax sell a fucking $1 million worth of those sweatshirts. I know you feel your copyright or whatever, your artistic freedom was compromised because Anthrax partially used your design. But I think if they gave you 50 cents from each fucking shirt sold, that you should be satisfied with that. Because no one bought those fucking things. Who bought a fucking ugly Anthrax sweater? Send me a picture of you in that sweater if you bought it. Because I don't think anybody bought that shit. I really fucking don't. But then again, I'm an Anthrax fan to a certain degree, but I do not purchase any of their merchandise like that. I don't really even listen to their music that much anymore because it really doesn't matter. But I just pulled up a news site, and everybody always focuses on the hate, and that's my iPad. Everybody always focuses on the hate. So Charlie, I guess, is slamming internet haters. Why don't you focus on the people that fucking like you? Who cares about the people that hate you? People hate me and write to the fucking show. I don't give a fuck. Don't listen to the show. Hate me. There's gonna be haters, but that's what drives it. And those people that hate you are gonna talk about you twice as much as the people that like you. So why do you want to slam the hater? Fuck them. Not everybody's going to like Anthrax, dude. Not everybody's going to like the Jay Stone Show. Not everybody's going to like the fucking colors I painted my walls. Who gives a shit? If you're happy and content with what you do, who cares who hates it? Yeah, it gets on my nerves when someone hates me. But in reality, do I give a fuck? Am I ever going to see this person? Do I care? Do they probably truly hate me? No. They're just on the internet and they got fucking big balls. Because if they were in front of me, they wouldn't send that. They wouldn't say what they wrote in the message because I'd fucking knock your tooth out. I wouldn't do that. I'd probably wait for you to put your hand on me and then I'd punch you in the fucking face. But that's besides the point. And I was just delivered some of these Pretzel Bites, which is looking mighty delicious. And there's way too fucking many of them. There's 125 in the box. I think she put them all on the fucking plate. Jay Stone Show, rockmetaltalk.com. So anyway, I talked about Guns N' Roses. I talked about Anthrax. I'm going to look a couple more things up, but I think I should play a band that's going to come on the show. They're very new to the show. I never played them. I was hit up because their representative found me on Facebook, which is the driving force behind my show. But they're called Downfall 2012. They're going to be on the show March 8th. So I'm going to play them. I got to play them. Get used to the band. Get you intrigued to tune the fuck in and listen to them. So it's just one of the great things that we do here at rockmetaltalk.com. Again, if anybody wants to provide any content to the show, recorded segments, movie reviews, whatever, I'm looking to develop. That's the whole fucking idea here, man, is to bring shit to the motherfucking masses. And I thank all these bands that are always sharing my stuff, like Dub and his wife and all the guys in Machines on Blast and the guys from Hell Came Home. The big supporters of the show, man. They're always helping me put the word out there. And,